Hello and welcome everybody, Marcus Small here from thesmallman.com. Today we're going to be talking about the match formula in Excel. So what we're going to do is we're going to run some examples. All of our lists are the same and we're going to run the 3 iterations of the match formula. But what I thought I might do first is talk about the syntax of a match formula. Yeah. So what we have is the match formula, and then the first question you ask is, what is the reference? What are we looking up? Yeah? Or the lookup value. Yeah? That's the first part of the equation. The second part is, where does that live? Okay, so that's the range reference. Yeah? Or the lookup array that Excel calls it. I just like to bring it back to layman's terms. What's the range ref? Yeah? So where does the value that we're looking for, where does that live? Yeah? So what's the list it lives in? And then finally, there are 3 options. The first option is 1, yeah? And that is where, if we're looking for a value, that is less than that value, yeah? So I'll just say that's less than. So let's look at this example here. If we're looking for 65, we look in this list. Oh, big caveat. The list for a less than lookup needs to be sorted in ascending order. So you see it goes up 43, 47, 62. If we're looking for 65, it doesn't go forwards and find 72. It goes backwards and finds 62. So it's the first number it finds that's lower than the number it's looking for. That's a less than lookup. The next part of the equation, I'll put it on a different line, is an exact match, which is represented by 0. This is an exact match. Yeah. Now an exact match, the list here does not have to be sorted in any order at all. And to be honest, this lookup here is the most common lookup in the Excel match world. Yeah. You mostly are looking for an exact match. You're looking for an item, either text or a number, and you want to find an exact match. And then the final lookup, which we'll do in this table, is the number that is greater than. Yeah, so it's the opposite of the first lookup that we tried, the less than lookup. Yeah, so this isn't 1. This is where it's equal to -1. Yeah, and the 2 points here, this one has to be sorted in ascending order. This one's not sorted, and this one needs to be sorted in descending order. Yeah, so as I said, like, you know, most data sets aren't sorted. So if you want to use these 2 successfully, the lists have to be sorted appropriately. Yeah, so they're the 3 ways that we can do a match formula, and I'm going to take you through them now. Yeah, so in cell B8 we'll put our cursor, and we're looking for the same number. I'll just make them the same, 65, right across the board, and we'll have a look at how each formula reacts. So it's equals match M tab. Wow, it's the first one on the list. Now we look for the value that we're looking for. So it says lookup value, which is just our reference. So what are we looking for? Yeah, and then we type a comma, and then the lookup array is just a range where that value is supposed to live. So we highlight the cells from B2 to B6. We type a comma, and the match type, IntelliSense comes to the party and says, okay, which one do you want? Well, we'll use the less than one first. Yeah, we press enter and look at that. We get our result. 1, 2, 3. It's found 62. Marcus, why is it found 62? Because 62 is less than 65. It's the first number that it hits that's lower than that. Yeah. So we're looking for the less than. The list is sorted in ascending order, so it produces the right result for what we're looking for. Okay. So that's a less than match. Now, I'll show you the exact match. Now, same syntax, equals M tab. What are we looking for? We're looking for the value in D8, 65 again. Comma, where are we looking for that? Now, we're looking for it from E2 to E6, comma, 0 for an exact match. Yeah? Now, if you have a look at the sort of details of the list, 65 don't live in that puppy. So we press enter and look at that. It says, nah, no deal. So basically we've got to pick one of the numbers in this list. If I was to say, oh, okay, let's find 93. Well, it returns 4 because it needs to find the exact match. Yeah? And when it finds the exact match, it says, well, that row there is the exact match. 1, 2, 3, boom, 4. So 4 is the answer, yeah? And to be honest, in the match formula lookup world, this is the one that you will use the most, yeah? And then finally, we'll go to our greater than match. So equals M tab. What are we looking for? Looking for G8. Where does it live? In this range of cells from H2 to H6, comma, IntelliSense comes to the party. We're looking for -1. All right, good stuff. So we press enter, hashtag, kaboom, it's produced the number 2 because 62 is in that list, but this time it's working the opposite way to the first less than match. It's actually going, okay, we need to go up. So it's finding 72 and it's producing 2 as opposed to 3 in the first list that's sorted in ascending. This list sorted in descending order produces the second row, which is the correct answer for what we're trying to do. Alrighty, so that is a very swift sort of explanation into how match works. Look, it really works really well with the index formula. So that's why index and match are sort of bedfellows. They get mentioned together. But you have to understand how the match formula works to be able to apply it with the index formula. Once you understand how the match formula works, you go, okay, well, you can see that it has far-reaching ramifications in index because index asks for a range of cells first, and then it asks for a row and a column reference, yeah? So you can provide one or both of those things. So in this case, you can say, oh, well, okay, with an index formula, we're looking for a range, and then we can use the match formula to tell us where an item is in that list, and it gives you the index number that the index requires for its second and third argument, which is the row or the column reference. All right, so there you go, everybody. That's the match formula. Hope you have a fantastic day. I've got a video on the index and match if you want to watch it as well. All right, everyone, all the very best.